Bang! Hello!
Oh,
Spicy.
oh, that was a build up that no one's going to see.
Bang to you, Dim Dan.
Son of a bitch.
That's something exactly that I would do, so I expect in it.
The power of editing. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing?
Yeah.
Awake.
Doing good.
I'm too startled now.
You're awake?
I don't know if I can cope with
Yeah.
this.
I
Startled
have 84 hours in
session.
Baldur's Gate. I'm not awake.
What is sleep? It's just that void between waking life and the night realms. How are we all doing? Hello.
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 I'm doing good.
Good. Glad you all made it. We have arrived at the Act 2 finale, are we? Haven't we? Also, sorry. Hi. Hello, you. You specifically. Hi.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
wow, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi. How you doing? I'm DM Dan. We're the Explorers of Elsewhere. We play Dungeons and Dragons, and sometimes we play other stuff. But today we're playing
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Specifically, yes. Never mind. Specifically,
Yay.
we're gonna play this session right here, which is episode 14, which is picking up on a bit of a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, who would like to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Love to.
I think I would.
Let's do it.
Amazing. And who would like to like and subscribe to the channel?
They would.
Already do.
Done.
Good. Title screen.
The world has been broken and remade. Our civilizations are shattered, our people divided. Yet there are those who would rise up to challenge the encroaching darkness.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Sir Carmichael Comstock, a Lorivar Cavalier Fighter.
Hi, I'm Meg. I'm playing Addy, a keeper druid bard.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Victor, a Lorivar Gloomstalker Ranger.
Hi, my name's Lane. I'm playing Milia Sayralast, an Asavar Divine Soul Sorcerer.
My name's Tim, and I'm playing Galena, the Terran Sprite Alchemist Artificer.
And my name is Dan. I will be the Dungeon Master on this adventure. Whilst our world has been changed, we band together. Hope bright in our hearts. We push forward to reclaim what was once ours, and we shall be known as the Explorers of Elsewhere.
No one can deny that the war which tore across Elsewhere in the wake of the God Schism divided both mortals and gods largely into two separate factions. However, there was an unusual side effect to the split. Never before had the bonds of comradeship and cooperation been stronger, as people banded together into strong and powerful groups. These bonds would see the war-torn combatants through to victory or death, but always alongside one another. This reliance on companionship, however, opens us up to one of the worst anguishes of all: betrayal. The reasons for betrayal are numerous: power, opportunity, necessity. To take one's trust and twist, abuse, or break it can be seen as one of the most despicable acts to inflict upon another. As our explorers stand in the midst of a betrayer, they must now see if their bonds are strong enough to see them through to victory.
Let's hope so.
And so, we find the explorers stood on the opposite side of a river ford to the dragon sense Atrach, who has just revealed that he has launched an attack on the nearby Ekabosdir some small time ago, approximately a few minutes, like 5 or so minutes ago. Upon taunting you, the dragon scent has turned his back and has begun walking towards the forest. That Addy, you know thanks to Elmin, the keeper from Ekabosdir, is the home of Koroloro, the juvenile world spirit that resides within the glades inside. So, with the realization that Ekabosdir, with all of its unconscious villagers and woefully low number of defenders, is under attack from something that Atrach has sent in that direction, the explorers find themselves at a crossroads. As Atrach begins walking away, Addy, what do you do?
Okay. Addie reaches into her pack and pulls out her notebook. And for a second she looks at it, and then she takes a few steps towards Galena and says to her, whatever happens, just keep this safe for me. It might come in useful. I don't know. I've got to go.
I'll keep it safe for you, okay?
Thank you. And she begins to cross the river.
We'll give it back to you when this is over.
As Addy steps into the water, Galena, you look down at the journal that you've seen Addy read from since the day you met her. What do you do?
Glance back over the river. You get him for me, all right? And then I'm going to take off at a run towards Ekabosdir.
Okay. As Galena heads off towards back down the path that she's just travelled up, Milia, what do you do?
Look at the people that are left. Let's go. Take care of Eddie, okay? I'm not going to be any use up with you. I need to help the village. That's where I'm gonna. That's where I'm gonna be the most use. I can't let this happen to them.
Okay, so as you join Galena, Victor, what do you do?
Hadi, I will join you. I will help you negotiate with Atrach, or protect you if the case may be.
Thank you, Victor.
Comstock.
Comstock approaches Addy and Victor. I wish I could come with you, but I can't let the town fall into just... I feel I know who's leading the attack on it, and I have to deal with it. Victor, I'm trusting you. Okay?
Of course, you can trust me.
Addy, I may not be with you, but you are not alone. Just remember, they are everywhere. And I'm sure you just need to call upon them.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you. Thank you, Comstock. Oh, God.
You're welcome.
I believe in you both. And I will see you soon. And he puts his hand on both your shoulders.
Gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
Good luck. And as he walks past, he looks at the bear. You keep her safe.
And Horse goes galloping after Addy.
Galena, Milia, wait up!
Okay. So, as the five of you plus Horse go your separate ways, Comstock, Milia, and Galena begin heading back towards the settlement of Ekabosdir. Victor, Addy, and Horse, you begin to cross the river. As you kind of cross over the river and move at pace to catch up with the slowly walking Atrach, As you approach him, you watch as the dragon scent just seemingly dissipates into nothingness. And all that's left in front of you is the path that leads to the glade. If anyone is interested, you may roll me checks to see if you can figure out what just happened.
Sure.
Yeah. Should
He's being a
Perception?
bitch.
Arcana maybe?
Nature?
Mhm. Arcana or nature, yeah.
Let's go nature.
Ooh,
Oh.
Wow, 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 wow.
okay. So
Nope.
Addy, you're absolutely, like, your mind is racing to the point where you can't, like, your mind boggles at the fact that Atrach has just disappeared. However, Victor, you recognize that, like, whatever just happened wasn't a natural phenomena. You suspect it was magic off the back of a 16. Perhaps some sort of illusion, a powerful illusion to be able to converse with you. But you follow the path in, and Addy, you find that as you kind of approach this relatively innocuous looking glade, you just have this feeling in your chest of knowing the right way to go. It's almost like you feel like you're being drawn through the forest along a very predetermined and particular path. And Victor, you find yourself just kind of following in behind the keeper as she kind of traverses this very wild and kind of overgrown copse of trees. Like it's not wood size. It is distinctly like it is a relatively small area, but the foliage is surprisingly thick over the head, and the trees are surprisingly kind of large and close together. Certainly in contrast to some of the other forests that you've been in so far. And sure enough, it takes you approximately 10 to 15 minutes to make your way through until, Addy, you lead the three of you into what appears to be a large glade.
Addy, what is your
Yes?
plan?
I'm not sure I thought that far ahead, Victor.
We try and
If I'm
negotiate, perhaps.
Well, I certainly don't think I could beat him in a fight, do you?
Maybe.
Well,
We must save Koro Rolo, right?
yes.
It's important
Yes.
for you.
It's everything.
I understand.
Thank you. And thank you for coming with me. I must say I didn't expect you to follow me. I didn't expect anyone to follow me.
That's okay.
As you step into the glade, the glade itself, like the clearing, is a good kind of 150 plus feet in diameter, and it seems to be cleared around this huge, vast tree, which kind of dominates the center of the glade. That tree in itself is raised up slightly on a bit of a moundy hill. And stood in the shadow of the tree is Atrach. Once again, he has his back to you, but he turns to regard you slightly. And as you look at the trunk of the tree, you notice that there's a growth, what appears to be almost like a growth, that thrums with some sort of energy. And Atrach is standing a few feet away from it, regarding it. And as you enter into the glade, he turns slightly to regard you, looks back to this cocoon, and then turns to face you directly. And he frowns slightly.
Dryadia, I expected you would come. You not so much,
he says, looking at you, Victor.
Surprise!
He takes a few steps forward as he regards you, and
It is sometimes difficult to appreciate the sheer magnitude of power when it is so small.
he says, gesturing to the cocoon that's kind of growing out the side of this tree.
I have my ideas, but tell me, Dryadia, why have you come here? What do you hope you'll achieve?
I wanted to find out what you intended, and if those intentions mean to harm this spirit, then I will do whatever I can to try and stop you.
Atrach lets out a sigh, and he takes a few more steps.
Why would I strive to achieve all that I have achieved to bring harm to this thing? No, Addy. I have much greater plans than that. Any brute can bring harm to the world, but it takes strength of will and personality to save others.
But it's not others, is it? It's one other. And it seems to me you're willing to sacrifice multiple people, multiple living things, this forest included, to achieve that goal. And that doesn't sit right with me.
Perhaps not. But, Addy, let me ask you, do you believe in fate?
I didn't. I used to not believe in fate. I used to feel like I was being pushed down a path that I didn't choose, that I wasn't ready for. But it seems something has brought me to this group, and something has brought me here to you right now. And it's a path for once in my life, I followed willingly.
The Dragonson nods.
Then you will understand how I too can believe in fate. The very venom that Haladradis took my beloved one away from me with is now the tool with which I shall bring her back. In my attempts to recreate Magebane, I have discovered it has a very peculiar effect on deific creatures such as world spirits.
You've lost me. Magebane? What have you done?
A poison that can strip apart the soul of a wizard has peculiar effects on gods. It puts them into a slumber. It forces them into a state of recovery. It draws life from the land around it, charging it up like a battery. Koroloro will be the fuel for the resurrection of my beloved.
As he says this, you start to kind of realize that Ekabosdir is being, Galena, Milia have described how Ekabosdir almost seems to be getting drained of life and vitality. When Milia told you that when she cast a healing spell on one of the Wolfkin villagers, it just almost seemed to go in and then straight back out. Almost like it was being siphoned away. And as you look around, the two of you, Victor and Addy, you realize how vibrant this glade is compared to, say, Ekabosdir. And you realize that it seems like mana is being funneled here into that glowing cocoon.
I don't wish to kill Koroloro. I intend to repurpose it.
Repurpose? What does that mean?
Koroloro acts as a focus for mana in an area. The amount of mana needed to piece together a soul is unfathomable. But using Coroloro as a focus for this, I can bring her back, Dryadia. I can bring her back, and the land may perish, yes, but she will live on. The world will live on. No one will rue the day that this place died.
Apart from all those villagers back there.
They decided to stay here. That was their choice, Dryadia. I won't allow their stubbornness to get in the way of my plans. If they need to die, then so be it.
And it's not just people. What about the trees? The animals? The living things in this forest? You know? Don't they have a right to live and survive too?
He scoffs.
And how do you know... How do you know it'll work? How do you know that this is what your love wants?
I know that she didn't want to meet her end at the hands of her sibling.
Nobody wants to meet their end. And certainly nobody wants to meet their end by the hand of someone that they used to love and trust. I understand that, but I don't know what she was like. But I know that if the people I loved had to pay such a heavy price to bring me back, and it's a price not on their heads but on other people's, I wouldn't want to come back. Not to this. Do you really think that that's what she would want?
Atrach's face goes stony.
I will simply have to ask for forgiveness, rather than permission.
He snarls, like you see the corners of his fangs emerge, and he sort of like looks past you, and
why are you here?
Victor will step forward, past Daddy, rifle in hand, and he'll look at Atrach with anger.
Atrach! You have gone too far! This was not part of the plan! You promised no one would get harmed. I gave you the information you wanted from the caravan, and you prosper. There must be another way to bring your partner back. To bring my wife back! You must hold your end of the bargain! Where is Yakov Kassar, the man who killed my wife? Where is he, Atrach?
What?
Oh!
the dragon sense turns, and the glints of fang break into a grin. Meanwhile,
what?
You motherfucker!
Anton, you son of a bitch.
so Comstock, Galena, Amelia. You sometime later you rush back and you find yourself back at the drawbridge of Ekabosdir. You can hear the sounds of battle, of panic, of death kind of ringing out over the wooden palisades. As the three of you cross over the bridge into the settlement proper, you can see that the streets are largely deserted. But as you approach, you can see Kagekna, the centaur chieftain, and the pale warrior Megra Khan. They appear like they have their backs to you. You can see that they're kind of covered in blood. They're covered in wounds. They seem to be breathing heavily. But Megra Khan looks and notices you as you enter. And as Kagekna turns to look to you, she shouts, "Thank the spirits you're here!"
What's the situation? What's happening?
Kagekna looks to you and Dume had some sort of vision. Beasts burrowing from below, and within moments creatures with crystalline hides and blades for limbs began bursting from the ground like termites. And as she says it, she turns to look, and you hear a screeching coming from up ahead as what appear to be six-limbed creatures.
Oh.
No.
Oh dear.
I love this.
About the size of the size of sort of like medium to large sized dogs are skittering, like swarming up the path, and you can see that there are a number of kind of wolfkin defenders kind of dotted around with like pierced holes in them, where clearly these creatures like skewered them with their claws. Kagekna carries on and says, "We managed to get a number of the villagers to safety, but we've moved them to the Great Hall, but the Great Hall is currently under attack. Join me. We're clearing a route to the hall."
Okay.
You have my blade.
In which case, as Kagekna nods, you three, please roll me initiative.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was afraid of.
Anton, I can't believe we're missing out on the scythe puppies. Look at them.
No.
Nice puppies.
They just want to give you a nice little lick, that's all.
No, they
Just
don't.
give you a little hug. Just
I love them.
Galena's already thinking how to make them, right?
What? It's crazy. Crazy.
Okay, so Milia with a 16, Comstock with a 14, Galena with a 4. Okay, so as Comstock, as you tell Kagekna that she has your blade, she nods. She kind of rolls her shoulders. You hear like a click, and she flourishes the spear, and she bursts into a gallop towards the swarming creatures up ahead. Like with a roar as she like brings down her spear two-handed and charges in. She will also, before she goes, she kind of like as she goes, she bellows out, "For Echabos dear!" And she will inspire Comstock. Why not?
Oh, thank you.
Hooray!
So as she does that, Milia, you're next up.
I am gonna. Oh dear. Move up to about here.
Yeah. So you move into
And-
the ooze around the bone pile.
Yep, just like stay behind them so I've got some semblance of possibly cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then fire off a flare at whatever I could, like the first thing I can see, the littlest one.
Sure. So the closest swarmer.
18.
Okay, 18 is a hit.
1 fire damage.
Got him. Nice.
Okay.
No.
So you fling a flare, like your firebolt, towards this creature that's kind of like galloping along on. It seems to be galloping along on its fore and rear legs, and the two central legs just seem to be much kind of smaller claws that hang around its torso. But your firebolt just kind of like skims off the side of this crystalline hide. You notice that the hide, the chitin, is kind of blue and pinkish, very similar to what you saw in the crystalline forest, very similar to Galena's hand. Anything else, Milia?
Oh no. Oh gosh. That's it.
Okay. In which case, in response to your attack, 4 of the swarmers stop. They turn to look at you lot approaching, and they swarm forward. Surprise, it's in the name. Around Kagekna, and they leap like with bounding leaps. They fall upon her with a flurry of stabs. 17, 13, 7, and 20.
That's quite scary.
So two of
That'd kill me.
the claws hit for 7 and 7 damage. And Kagekna just kind of like she rears up as these creatures like latch onto her, and they're like one's on her front, one's clinging to her shoulder, one manages to get onto her like equine back, and they start like screeching as they stab at her. Comstock, what do you do?
She had to like charge just a little too far, didn't she?
Yeah.
Comstock's going to watch as Kagekna gets dogpiled by the crystalline dog-like things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to... Oh god, I can't go far, can I? I'm going to... Oh my god, I can't even get to her to start helping her. That's really annoying. Well, sorry guys, Kagekna's going to probably die next turn.
Rip.
I'm going to just charge to get as close as possible, because that's unfortunately all I can do.
Okay.
Because, yeah, things have to be within 5 feet of me in order to intercept them.
Carl, can you jump far?
Anton!
You can't jump further than your movement.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's correct. My boots don't allow me to do that, but unfortunately, yeah, that's as far as I can get.
Megrakan, the Pale Warrior, roars as he breaks out into a sprint. And Galena and Milia, as he kind of like storms off in the same direction, like in the wake of Comstock, he lets out this hideous yell and dashes forward to bring his war pick down. Like swing at Kagekna, but as she kind of thrashes the creature, like the war pick glances off the creature's side. He does have multi-attack. Stealing himself, he swings again, and the creature
Oh my god,
swings the other way.
exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Good one, Megrakan. Galena, what do you do?
Oh god, good question. All right, let's move. That seems like a good start. And as I run up, I'll just pull out my experimental elixir. Time for mummy special juice and knock it on back.
Mm-hmm.
Which let's find out what that does today.
Enlarge.
All I've ever wanted. Then I'd be like normal person sized.
So, as you pull out this elixir bottle and shake it, and it starts to glow, are you drinking it, presumably, yeah?
Yeah, knock it back.
Okay, cool. Right, roll your first effect.
Enlarge!
Nice.
I willed it into being!
Oh, no.
I'm big and invisible, boys.
What?
Oh, no! Okay, wow. Enlarge your juice. So you double in all size, you grow to medium size.
Wow.
Okay, hang on. Right, here we go. Is this gonna work? Yeah! Boop!
Oh yeah!
It's bigger!
Don't worry, boys, I'm coming.
And you are now...
And then you just vanish! Don't worry, boys, I'm coming!
Invisible. Okay, Galena, can you still see yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, no one else can, it would seem. So, Galena, you, I'm helping! And you vanish. Amelia, you should see Galena disappear. Okay, so that was your action. Anything else?
Do I have any bonuses? I don't think so. Nah, I'm good for now.
Okie dokie. Right, so back up to top of turn. Kagekna, now that she's kind of in the midst of it, she lashes out with her spear. But like misses as the creatures fly around her. She rears up and kicks out with her hooves. But also misses. Oh god, oh. She's not long for this world, is she? Okay, cool. She's panicking. Malia, what do you do?
Come up to her.
Have you done 1 damage so far to these creatures?
That's it.
Right?
We just hit them for 1.
And
Lane, your top score.
Yay! Second level cure wounds
Okay.
on Kagekna.
Yeah.
19.
19.
Nice one. 7, 8.
Boom. Okay. And as she sort of like starts to panic and the creature start like biting into her, as you place a hand on her, kind of rip one of her hind legs, the wounds begin to close and the creature's like skitter back a bit confused.
You've got this.
Anything else, Milia?
That's it.
Okay. The swarmers, so the 4 ahead of you, carry on galloping up towards the Great Hall. You notice that one of them is broken off towards a villager that's kind of been left out in the open. The 4 that are around you, 2 of them swarm towards you, Comstock, like jump off Kigekna towards you. One of them goes for Megrakan and one of them stays on Kigekna's like torso. Comstock, the 2 that move to you, they will use their pack tactics.
No.
Yep.
18 and a 20.
Yep.
4,
Okay.
and 7 damage.
Well, it's not as bad.
The one on Kigekna, also using pack tactics for advantage, gets a 20 and stabs her for 4 damage. And the last one at Megrakan, 13, I believe. He catches the creature on its shield and flings it back. So she takes 4. Okay. Comstock, what do you do?
Comstock's going to, first things first, slash at the one that is on him. Let's go with, actually no, let's go with this one here. 4, and I'm in range of things. So do I add a D4 to this? For leadership?
Leadership is, I believe so, yes.
Yes.
D4 to its roll. Yes, attack or
to the roll.
save.
Fantastic. 11.
Wow.
Big oof. Okay. Is there any? Did you want to?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think everything's on hit, isn't it? Just going to be.
Tell you what. In something I forgot to mention. And it's going to seem like because you just rolled a 4 to hit. Everyone has inspiration at the start of the fight.
Cool. That's good to have. I will remember that and hold on to it. It'd be a waste to use it here. Yeah, no. I can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature, so I'm going to use my bonus action to shove that one. So again, it's done as an attack roll, I believe. Okay, so I'll try and shove it then.
Yeah, so it's a strength athletics and versus its athletics or acrobatics.
17.
Okay. And so as you swing at it, it kind of rears up and you take the opportunity to slam your shield into its chest and it...
So I'm then going to use my movement to slide here and then take one attack of opportunity and then obviously stay within that one's threat range.
Okay, it stabs at you without advantage because you knocked its ally away.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
For 4 damage.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Megrakan lets out a warbling roar and swings with advantage once and misses.
Oh dear.
But hits on the second one. For 16 damage, and as he rings his war pick up, and Comstock, you watch as this creature's head pulps as he nails it into the ground.
Okay.
And he steps up, sort of like with this, like you see his eyes have kind of reduced to pinpoints. As he steps in to help you, Invisible Galena.
Yeah, I have no idea if there's any way for me to actually take advantage of that. But that's fine. At
You'll have
least,
advantage on an attack roll, I guess.
if nothing else, I'm big, so that's cool.
Big.
Galena coming.
yeah,
I'm gonna rip you in half now.
Let's see. If I do an attack, that
Yeah.
will make me visible again, right?
It will, unfortunately.
Well, never mind. It was good while it lasted. I'm just gonna run up next to Amelia.
Okay.
And ping back into reality while blasting a puff of my noxious poison spray at the ones just to the north of me.
Okay. So as you poof, so the creature that just kind of lashed out at Comstock. I'm sorry.
Fuck is going on?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay, you puff out. So it seems like it does affect the creature. Like it's not immune to it, but it does kind of shoulder its way through it and resists the effects of your poison.
Oh, you're kidding me.
That particular strain, at least. Anything else, Galena?
No, I'll just start reading through my bag for a different poison.
Okay. Okay, so real quick, Kagekna, she will. She lashes out with her spear at the one behind, the one between Comstock and Megrakan. She hits. She does 11.
Is it embarrassing, guys, that the NPCs are just out damaging us significantly?
Yeah,
Not for me. They're out damaging a healer for me.
So
I think I'm technically our damage here, so yes.
Kagekna pushes off the creature that's on her torso, and then as it's landing, she skewers it down into the ground. She spins and kicks, like she turns and kicks out with her back hooves at the one behind her, but misses. Milia.
Things are happening. I don't like it. I'm gonna throw out a bless on.
If you don't say Comstock, Carl's gonna lose his mind.
Magrakan, Kagekna, and Comstock.
There's a pile
Oh,
waiting like
I see how it is. I see who my real friends are.
Okay.
Oh, the three physical attackers are getting blessed. The one who
Unbelievable.
forces people to make saving throws isn't.
Absolutely unbelievable scene.
Okay, fine, I'm going.
So, as this sort of like nebulous kind of light emerges out of you and envelops the three fighters, Comstock, Kagekna, and Megrakan are all blessed. Anything else, Milia?
Appreciated.
Nope.
Okay. So, the two swarmers kind of move in around you. Up ahead, you hear a scream as one of the swarmers descends on the Wolfkin villager. But there is a cry as she goes first. Frinka,
Yes!
Nice.
you hear a as she fires off her bow.
Oh no.
Right.
With her steady aim,
Hey!
Let's go!
she hits, and you hear the creature, like the creature's knocked off course as this arrow lands in the side of her. And as she fires the bow, she kind of looks over, sees you like down the hill, and she shouts out, "What's going on?" she yells incredulously as she kind of runs out to like meet to see you. The three swarmers then descend upon her.
Oh.
And they'll do their attacks. But as they do, she activates her skirmisher ability, and as they run towards her, she skips out of range.
Go!
She kind of
Go on, Brinker.
jumps away, and sort of like as they pounce and like land their claws into the ground. What that is? She shouts out in a panic. Comstock, the one that you're tangling with, stabs at you without advantage because it's not got a friend nearby, and
That's a miss.
and misses. The second one looks to you, Galena, and rolls a 23.
You know what I got down for that?
5 damage.
Oh.
And we'll go back to Comstock.
Comstock's gonna slide round and engage with the one that's attacking Galena. Oh, I get 2d4. That's amazing. It's 2d4. Let's see if it can actually help me. Hey!
Yes!
Hey!
And damage.
And the damage is 6.
Okay.
Hey.
So as you stab into the creature, it screams and kind of thrashes a bit. It pulls out and it's still up. It's limping, but it looks to you and lets out this high-pitched whining scream.
Wee! And then I'm going to. It's a bonus action, isn't it? Haha! I'll put an unwavering mark on it.
Okay, cool. It is marked. Megrakan leaps forward. He will recklessly swing his war pick. Didn't roll advantage. There we go. And he smashes another for 12 damage. He smashes the second one into the ground.
Yeah, +4, but plus D4.
Oh yeah. Well. He looks to you, Comstock, and sort of like as he crushes this thing and he's splattered in the creature's blood. As he pulls his pick out the ground, he looks to you and like he roars at you with this kind of bestial energy. And as you're caught up in it, he allows up to 3 allies to make use their reactions to make another weapon attack.
Ooh, happily. Because it looks at him like, ah!
Yeah.
And he then don't want to take away 2d4, can't we? Want to add 2d4.
16 is a hit.
16 as he brings his another 6.
Okay, and you, as the creature kind of screeches at you, and you kind of get caught up in Megrakan's fury. You cut the thing down the skull, and its face splits in two as it collapses to the ground.
As Comstock looks up, he looks at Galena and he's saying like,
Galena is the size of Comstock. She is doubled to 7 foot, I think.
At this point, with the talking horse, the acid breathing talking horse, the lightning breath in his mouth, it's pretty normal. So he's actually gonna be like, okay,
Yeah. Just give you a wink.
yeah, it doesn't surprise him anymore.
Okay. So as the group of you, Galena, what is it? Is there anything you're doing at the end of turn?
Yeah. So I will run. 1, 2, 30 feet. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Okay. As you move up the path alongside the fighting pit.
Can I see over the fighting pit?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. I'll pull out my what was previously a tiny crossbow that is now a regular-sized crossbow, and take a shot at the one that is going at the villager.
Okay. Yes. Roll to hit.
Whoop. No, 9.
Did you want to inspiration?
Oh, why not, eh? Why not? All right. Let's try that again. Just a reroll, is it?
Yes.
Sweet. I'm feeling inspired by Comstock's valiant defense. Yeah!
That's it. That's
there
it.
we go. And then because I'm large, this will get plus an extra D4. So 1D4.
I find ballista bolts. Funk.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay.
And
So
15.
this like it's got one arrow stuck out its side from Frinka. It sort of like turns and kind of like screeches at her, and as it goes to move, you just like embed it into the ground with this like spear-sized crossbow bolt, and the villager sort of like cries out as the creature dies in front of him, and then he sort of like scrabbles up and thank you and runs off.
This is fun.
Okay, so in which case, as you clear out that and begin carrying on making your way up, between the lot of you and Frinky, you manage to clear up the 3 swarmers attacking the front of the building, like the hall. And yeah, as you arrive, Frinka looks to you and what are these things? Is this normal for a Wolfkin village?
No.
I don't believe so. Kagegna,
The centaur looks at you. Yes.
is it just these creatures attacking the village?
There are creatures still throughout Ekabosdir. The vast majority of the villagers are inside the hall with Dume. And the centaur looks to Frinka. How is Dume? And Frinka, is he the old one? I mean, I think he's fine. And as you kind of peer in, sure enough, inside the Great Hall, you notice, there's a number of people kind of scattered around. Dume wanders, like, kind of rushes over to the door, and exciting day this is becoming. And he looks to you all and like he starts counting you, and there are less of you than there were last time, he says as he regards Comstock, Milia, and Galena. He says as he looks up to you, Galena.
You've definitely grown in his opinion.
Yes, absolutely. Kagekna like turns to Dume and how are we? She asks him how they're going to stop the attack of these creatures. And Dume just kind of smiles. Just kind of lets out a little, I have a plan. As he steps out and, who here would like to help me with a spot of necromancy?
Oh, me!
And Dume just sort of like gives a big nod as he looks to you, Galena. Kagekna looks to you, Milia, and there are still villagers trapped in pockets around the town. Will you join me in freeing them?
Yes, okay, I will. I'm not the best fighter, but I can help. I was injured with.
Well, Kagekna nods, and you don't need to be. I am. And Megrakan looks to you, Comstock, and do you fancy a contest?
I don't think it'll be much of a contest, will it now, Megrakan?
You're right, try to keep up, he says. And as he sort of like walks up to you and just like shield bashes his shield against yours, and you because there's spikes on his and it scuffs up the paint slightly. So Frinka kind of looks around a bit curiously. In this moment, from this point forward, Meg, do you want to take control of Kagekna or Frinka the rogue?
Nice.
Oh, let's do barbarian.
Okay, and that means that you get the rogue, Anton.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Right, as you kind of split into your respective groups.
Galena!
Yeah?
I feel I don't have to say it, but try not to raise too many things back from the dead.
What's your definition of too many?
Just, if you think I'd be disappointed, it's that many.
More than 0.
We'll see what happens.
Amelia! You've got this.
She's got.
As
You've got this.
So, as everyone splits off, Frinka, you spy Dume, and he's kind of giving you a look, and Frinka decides to go with Dume and Galena. So, as you all kind of move to your respective areas
Hey.
back in Coroloro's glade. Addy, your eyes are wide after hearing the words that just came out of Victor's mouth. What do you do?
She mutters under her breath, I am never getting married. And looks at Victor with some venom and says, I think we need to talk later. But to be honest, most of her focus is on Coroloro. And can she try to... Back in her tribal village, she witnessed on multiple occasions the elders going through the ceremony of attempting connection with the world spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Can she try to sense Coroloro in some way, form that connection? It's something she's never done before.
Sure. Roll me a nature check.
Okay. But this is gonna go really bad, isn't it?
No, sorry. Roll me a survival check. Because it's a very natural
Survival?
thing. Very natural thing to do. Because nature is more knowledge-based. Survival is wisdom-based.
Okay. Oh. 22.
Okay. As your mind's racing at Victor's confession, like his statement, you kind of turn your eyes to this glowing cocoon. And as you kind of like try to calm and center yourself and control your breathing, you kind of reach out. You feel almost what feels like a heartbeat throbbing from inside the trunk of this tree. And you realize that it is weak and slow, like that of a wounded creature's. But you feel like you've found that you can for the first time ever, you've sensed the presence of a world spirit. You can feel it in your bones. Behind you, you can hear the growling of Horse as Horse kind of looks over at Victor. Victor, you've just shouted out to Atrach like you've gone too far. Where is Yakov? And Atrach smiles.
Victor. Poor Victor. When I found you, I saw a kindred spirit, someone who had lost the love of their life.
The dragon strides forward.
I knew you were hurting. I knew you needed help. I knew that I could be the one to help you, and I have not gone back on my word, Victor. No. I will help you find Yakov.
Why are you doing this? This is too much. You've gone too far. This is not our agreement.
Have you not been listening? Kazprezak, nothing is too far. And, frankly, I fear that your resolve is wavering, Victor.
No, there's no wavering. But the price you're asking is too great. There must be another way. Have you considered it?
You know that I mean no harm to Coroloro. Ekabozdir is but a distraction.
And as he says that, he looks over to you, Addy, and he sees you focusing on the tree. Without looking back,
Victor, tell me, what is it you plan on doing in this present moment? Why are you here?
I want Helena to come back. And I want to make Yakov pay for what he has done. But this, Atrach, I don't think this is the way.
He nods. Addy, as you kind of look back, you notice that the dragon scent is looking directly at you. And then...
You will find Yakov, Victor. But right now, I don't need you.
And Addy, he says something in a language you've never heard of before. And Victor seems to slump. His shoulders drop. What do you do?
Why can't you understand? Death is death. It's just how things are. We all die. We all have our time. I don't know if this is possible, but... What's the nature of my connection with Coroloro right now?
Like, you can sense Coroloro's presence. Like, you, without looking at it, you know, you seemingly know where he is. Like, it's like you've tuned into the manner that's running to Coroloro.
If I'm tuned in, is that like a two-way thing? I.e., could I want to make him stronger in some way. I don't know if I might be... This is sort of out of character to try and sort of go through the thought process. Is there a way of making him stronger?
You suspect that you could... Well, obviously, he's drawing in mana to seemingly heal his wounds, but you realise it's just this state of kind of... like, he's not... Although he's drawing in all this mana and sucking the area around it dry, Corolaro isn't healing its wounds, and you suspect it's that poison that Atrach's been referring to. So you suspect that it's a case of getting rid of the poison. As you mull on that, like, Atrach is looking at you, Victor's shoulders are slumped, but you hear from the Lorivar in front of you,
Death is death, yes. But it's so fun.
and Victor turns round to you with a crazed look in his eye. And with a maniacal grin on his face as he sort of like begins raising his rifle into a raised position. And Victor, for a moment, looks confused and...
Where are we? What are we doing here?
And Atrach rolls his lips.
We're in Coroloro's glade, Yakov.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Oh no!
Victor, or Yakov, looks to you. And there's no sense of recognition. There's no sense of recognition in his eyes.
What are we doing with her, boss?
And Addy, as you look into the eyes of the man that was once Victor, let's grab a break.
Damn it, Anton!
Okay. Alright. Oh my god. What am I going to do?
Alright, well, on that bombshell, see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hi.
Hello! Yes, you! Do you like things going incredibly wrong?
We shouldn't
Thank.
go through here yet because we haven't got any trap disarm kits.
It's alright, you've got me.
Do you like watching morons playing Baldur's Gate 3?
Heavy oak door. I mean, I can girth my way through it. Hiya!
Just open it.
Join Dan, Lane, Staff and Jake as they make some terrible decisions.
Ooh, Girth sees a button. Girth presses button.
Oh no.
I found a secret door!
Oh, no, close the door.
Done, Girth.
Close the door.
New episodes every week on Wednesdays, here on the Explorers of Elsewhere channel.
I mean, they're only skelebobs. They'll be...
Ow!
Oh,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Guys, do you remember when Anton joined us and we were all like, this creepy old guy just following us around being all weird,
Shady as fuck.
We should have let go
shady
about him.
fucker. And now we're like, oh yeah, he's cool. Nothing's changed. Fucking Anton.
Back to being the old man. Winning.
Right.
Do you know
We
what?
will.
Can't trust any of you. Like, we've got war criminals. We've got like people who are essentially carrying around doomsday books.
I'm alright.
You know, we've got washed up soldiers.
Aw.
Right. Well.
I was regretting not coming with Addy, but now I'm regretting.
Okay. Let's just jump straight back into it. Kagekna.
Betrays the party.
What do you do?
No.
Frinka betrays the party.
So, Kagekna, as you and Milia approach, head into the southern section of Ekabosdir, ahead you see a number of Wolfkin defenders fighting desperately with some crystalline swarmers, trying to fend them off, protect the villagers that are behind them. Beyond the villagers, you notice that there is another defender fighting off two swarmers and what appears to be an even larger crystalline creature than the others.
Aww. Little scythe puppies everywhere.
Scythe puppies. No. What do you do, Kagekna?
Okay. Kagekna's gonna quickly actually figure out what a character does.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
Kagekna has a spear and hooves. She can use both. She can use a longbow or use a longbow twice. If she attacks someone next to an ally, she does a truckload of extra damage.
Yeah. Can I charge and attack the crystalline swarmer in the sort of middle left? This one.
Absolutely.
So I need to do a charge. And then a spear, because it's with a spear, isn't it?
Yep.
To that.
Okay. So, as you barrel in.
Okay, attack. Oh, God. 9. Of course it's a 9.
I don't believe. Okay, so that's your first.
I mean, you don't believe that's a hit? Come on.
Okay, so you miss with the first attack. You can attack with your hooves, however. You won't get the charge bonus.
Okay, I will attack with hooves. Come on, hooves.
Hey!
Hey!
Now,
Okay.
now I get that.
Okay, so roll critical damage with your hooves.
About 25.
25. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Dang.
Milia, you watch as this centaur, this hulking centaur, rushes off and stabs with her spear. The creature kind of steps out of the way, but where it lands, Kagekna's hoof is already coming down. You hear its spine shatter as the crystal carapace is pulverized into dust as Kagekna brings her hoof down. And as Kagekna lets out this deafening war cry, one of the creatures is smoked.
Oh God.
What do you do, Milia?
Take this in for a second and just okay before coming behind her.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make a flare attack on the biggest one.
Okay, so yes, there is a large hulking one in the back. You can make your attack.
Okay. And 13.
Okay, you go to aim and as you try to bead a shot on it, it's difficult for the group of villagers that huddling around and gathered together for protection, and you can't. You have to try to arc it over, but you shoot wide.
Okay. That's it then.
Okay. The crystalline swarmers make their attacks, and I think we'll just do attack rolls rather than damage rolls. Oh God. Okay, so that Wolfkin defender takes 10 damage. He's on 1 hit point.
Oh, God.
Okay, he's on 1. He's very poorly. From a crit there, the other one, fighting the one next to Kagekna, hella misses.
Get
The
fucked.
ones at the back being held off by the Wolfkin defender. In return, the Wolfkin miss, and the one that's been hella wounded rolls a crit in return. Mutually assured destruction for 10 damage, and he as he gets skewered through the lung, like right through the chest, and it bursts out his back. He grabs the creature's head and snaps its neck, drops it to the ground as he slumps.
Nice.
As the fighting's going on around you, Milia, roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Love it.
With my +0 to perception. 10, exactly.
Okay, a 10. Through the fighting and the din of battle, like it's loud and it's in your ear, it's frightening. But you hear and as you peer up, you notice you're being swallowed by a shadow. Correction. 3 shadows.
What is this?
No, not these assholes
Oh,
again.
these fucking...
It's the
What are
fucking things.
I've evolved.
And as you turn and look,
Where are they? Ah! Oh god.
Yeah.
serpentine creatures that look slightly similar
They're worse. Why are they worse?
begin descending from the skies.
You've thrown enough at us today, Dan.
This is Dan's MO, isn't it? Evidently he's actually really sick of the channel. He's just trying to kill us off as quickly as possible. Sorry, everyone. I know how much you enjoy this, but
These are
Don't worry about it,
currently
having a nice time in a tent.
4. Okay, so the 3 winged creatures, like winged creatures with serpentine bodies, what appears to be a gaping, emptyless maw on their torsos, question mark, with what almost 4 kind of spiked arms emerging from the quote-unquote torso, swoop overhead. They let out a noise as they begin swooping down towards you. What does Kagekna do?
I can't do Kagekna's accent. What the hell are those? And Kagekna continues fighting the thingy that's next to her, the crystalline swarmer that's right next to her.
Okay.
And I can do multi-attack, can't I? Yeah!
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to do a stabby stab with the spear, and then a little kicky kick with my hoofies.
Okay.
So the spear is 25.
That's a
That's
hit.
better.
And you get your
Grand.
martial advantage.
What do I...
So if you roll for damage, and I'll tack on the extra damage.
Oh, okay, grand. So that's 13.
Plus 13. So, Kagekna spins her tribal spear and with a sweep cleaves the swarmer in 2.
God, we should have just gone after Atrach. Like, these
Right.
NPCs don't need us.
right?
You can move and make a second attack.
Yeah, can I do that
Mhm.
towards the other crystalline swarmer
Mm-hmm.
that's just disemboweled my poor defender?
Yes, you can. So as you step in.
And then hooves on that one, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh! Attack. Oh, 10.
Okay. As you lash out with your hooves, the creature skitters and kind of chitters at you as you boom, boom, bring your hooves down to the ground. Okay, Milia. 40 feet, about approximately 60 feet away from you, these 3, what you now know to be Tamari, are swooping down towards you. What do you do?
behind Kagekna again.
As
And
you
I'm gonna-
step in behind Kagekna, as you feel your heart begin to race at the sight of these creatures, which seems to have evolved, you hear
Hey.
in the back of your mind, "Do you think she's going to save you?" What do you do?
I'm gonna drop my spiritual weapon
Okay.
in front of Kagekna.
Boom!
It is a shield. So
Glowing shield materializes on the other side of Kagekna.
I'm gonna guidance Kagekna.
Gonna guidance her. Okay. If you remember that, because I haven't got another icon.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. With a unearthly screech, these things fly in. So 40 foot. So they're over you. And this one will...
I guess they learned they don't have to jump up trees anymore to get to you. You have been the architect of your own demise here.
It would seem so. So they fly 40 feet. Some of them, those that do, descend. So they're 20 feet above the ground.
Yay!
And so the first one looks to you, Milia, and like you feel a sluggishness wash over you. Can I please have a DC 11 Wisdom save, please?
Oh, okay. 8. I'm gonna
Not
use
what
my
you wanted.
inspiration.
Okay.
Ever time to use it, it's gonna be now. Fuck me.
Oh.
Oh.
Bad.
That's
Okay. You are held. Okay.
Actually, favored by the gods. And
Oh
Where is
boy.
where is it?
Oh boy.
You're up to
And
a 9.
infallible. Infallible.
Uh-huh.
Plus D4. Come on, roll it.
Oh,
that's tough. That's harsh.
Oh.
Ding, ding,
no,
ding.
Lane.
Whoa.
Oh.
It was meant
Oh,
to
you
be.
rolled 1. Disgusting.
So it's a
Every
10.
single D4 I rolled was a 1.
Ah,
Oh no.
And
what was that question earlier? Do you believe in fate?
Kagekna, please make me a Constitution save as one of the other creatures swoops round and from its maw, a black beam fires towards you.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god!
No.
You are weakened. So your attacks will do half damage.
Oh great!
Okay, and last but not least, the third will use fear, I guess, on Kagekna.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a 30. It's 30 foot, so
no.
it would have a.
Each creature.
So
Oh, shit.
it's shooting down. So effectively, it would only get Kagekna because she's large. So, Kagekna, can I have a Wisdom save, please?
Oh great! Oh, why did you give this poor character to me, Dan? You know how terrible my rolls
I'll
are.
try my spell. You have to take. So it's on your turn. Kagekna needs to leave.
Hi.
Okay.
Ouch.
So with that in mind, Comstock.
Oh god.
Where's Comstock?
Up here.
Comstock is Comstock and Megrakan, you have arrived at the kind of north, like the north end, the north side of Ekabosdir. As you begin to move up. You can see in a collection of tents there is a group of villagers that have been penned in by some crystalline burrowers and some crystalline swarmers and a much larger creature. Nearby you can see that there is some sort of burrow hole out the ground, which you suspect is how they entered into the camp. Megrakan kind of looks to you with a smirk as he sort of like says,
I long to slake my thirst with their blood,
he shouts.
You're a little extra, aren't you?
Megrakan kind of looks to you with this wild look. Yes, he says. What do you do, Comstock?
Comstock is going to move in.
As you move ahead towards the creatures, and Megrakan will kind of follow up with you, you hear a feminine voice cry out your name. Comstock!
There we go. There you are.
And from behind the tents steps a slighter figure than yours, wearing very similar armor.
Do we like Carla? I don't remember if we do.
Megrakan, I need you to deal with the creatures. I have other issues to deal with.
Megrakan looks to you and kind of looks across to his left to see this figure that looks very similar to you, and he looks back to you and
a duel. The glory of killing these beasts will be mine, and the glory of killing your challenger will be yours.
Enjoy bathing in their blood.
With a howl, Megrakan leaps forward like Warpick swinging. As Carla stares at you across the space between you, with her long sword, with her great sword kind of dragging in the dirt. I told you to leave, Comstock.
And I told you to have hope.
It doesn't have to end this way. You know that.
How could you stand on this side of the battle? How could you side with the Butcher? How could you side with the enemies of Hugerstadt? Is it even you under there? I've had my doubts.
Her helmet kind of tilts down slightly as you say that. She doesn't respond. She just simply swings her greatsword up and adopts a ready stance.
Dang.
A ready dueling stance. And very specifically, let's move you.
Hell yeah.
To...
Oh, wow!
Oh, there it is.
Oh, DM Dan.
Oh my god. What if we'd made different decisions?
Comstock. For this encounter, we will be introducing a duel-like mechanic.
It's everything I've wanted.
Before you make... So, fundamentally, attack rolls are simultaneous. But before each attack roll, you can choose, you might want to write this down, offensive, defensive, or tactical stance.
Okay.
We're running on a rock, paper, scissors. Offensive beats tactical. Tactical beats defensive. Defensive beats offensive.
Okay.
Or itching.
I have no paper, I have no pen.
Well, we'll figure out. So fundamentally, you'll have to choose offensive, defensive, or tactical. Okay. If you win the stance off, you will do an extra dice worth of damage if you hit on the ensuing swings. If you lose the roll off, you lose a dice. So generally speaking, Comstock, you'll only be doing strength modifier damage.
Okay.
So, as Carla very specifically adopts as you both enter in with tactical stances.
Damn, Dan.
As you both enter in with tactical stances, the way we'll do it is I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then we announce the stance we're going into.
So, offensive, defensive, tactical.
So defensive beats offensive, offensive beats
Yep.
tactical, tactical beats
Tactical beats
defensive.
defensive.
Plus 1 damage dice,
Up in
attack rolls are
there, yeah.
simultaneous.
Okay.
Correct.
So-
So,
And because of the way the roll works, so is it 1, 2, 3 announce or 1, 2,
1, 2,
and then
3,
announce on?
1, 2, 3,
Okay, and then
announce. Yes.
Right, gotcha.
Okay, so are you ready? On the count of 3?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, count after 3. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, tactical.
Offensive.
Oh.
Okay, so you will get an extra damage die. Make your attack
Go in.
roll, and I will roll mine.
Okay, so.
So, just as an aside, so you've gone offensive, correct?
Yep.
So, as you and feel free to describe how you're offensively attacking, but
So I imagine, yeah. So the start of it is as she sort of like she comes in with her sword across the ground. Comstock's gonna basically at that point charge in with his shield and basically body slam her with the shield, and then come in with the as he sort of like swings out, he then pulls in with the sword.
Okay.
thrust.
Roll to hit.
Let's go.
25. Okay, so she goes to bring the greatsword up, but you charge in quick enough that you like catch her before she gets a chance to strike. So you can roll 2d8 plus strength damage.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So an extra D on top.
Okay, and she takes 10
damage.
damage as you slash her, like body her away and slash at her. She grunts as you knock her back, but as she kind of steadies herself, she focuses, and again on 3, because we'll get multiple goes on this.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, defensive.
Defensive.
Okay, so you both go defensive.
This is a good system. Suspense. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one gets a bonus, so roll as normal.
Straight rolls.
Yes.
So 18.
18 is a hit. 9 is a miss.
Ooh. Gotta get wrecked.
Okay, so it's a standard damage because you both attacked defensively.
Okie dokie. 9 damage.
No damage. Okay, so as you size each other up, she goes for a jab, but you manage to parry the blow away and just jab at her quickly with the tip of your sword. And she stumbles a few steps as like your sword kind of smacks her in the stomach plating, and she staggers back a few steps. As she rights herself, everything we've been through, and this is how it ends.
You're the one who's betrayed everything we believe in, Carla. I've stayed true to it.
She stops and she kind of simmers for a moment, and it was the world that betrayed me.
The world betrayed us all.
Ooh. Spite.
She, as you say that, as she moves into attack, she screams, "Then why are you trying to defend it?" 3, 2, 1, offensive.
Defensive.
Oh.
Okay. Make your attack rolls. You get an extra dice.
Yep, I only got 11. But can I use my inspiration in this?
You can.
Sort of,
Good.
you know, it's
And any other abilities you may have.
okay. 17. It's just shy.
So he glances off as she swings in heavy for you. She misses, but you bring your shield up, and as you slash with your sword, it across her armor.
Are you still inspired with that D4 thing, Carl?
No, because that was being close to thingy, and it's been well over a minute for Bless.
Yes.
Damn it.
Ooh. Do you feel a surge within you at all?
Oh, do you know what, Dan? I think I'll do. I think you're right. I think, he's a bit, a bit amped up. He's as she sort of basically, what was her last line? Her last line was like, why are you
fighting to defend it?
Because I'm not going to give up. There's good left in this world. There are good people. If you had seen the things that I've seen so far, the people, dashes shield off, the people I've fought alongside, you'll understand that this is a good world. Yes, the gods have betrayed us, but the world spirits are still here, and that is worth fighting for! Don't let me down, roll 20.
Yes.
Roll 20.
Roll 20 will always let you down.
Dummy.
We're on
Despite-
Foundry.
Despite misnaming
Thank you.
Foundry,
Sorry, Foundry.
Okay.
You got where I was coming from.
you with an
15
extra
damage.
15 damage. Describe the hit.
I imagine, he sort of like comes in after sort of like he shield bashes her. He then bashes Archer, hit the bottom of her helmet, so basically clangs the helmet, and then body slams her, and then pulls across.
Okay.
Bam, boom,
As
bam,
you,
bam.
in which case, as you catch the protrusion on the front of her helmet, like where she's overextended with an overhand swing, she catches your shield right in the chin, and it rocks her head back. And with your as you lift your arm up, you feel something give, and the helmet comes soaring off her head.
Who it?
She goes flying off as you flip her over, and you hear the helmet boom land in the dirt and sort of like dent the ground. She lies prone, facing away from you for a moment, before slowly beginning to stand. In my time of need, despite everything I did, the world turned its back on me. So I had to turn to others. And as she stands to face you, her eyes gleam like purple gems, and her face is crystallized like Galena's hand.
Yikes. Ooh. That's a rough makeover.
Oh boy.
She looks to you, and no one checked in on us after the Battle of Hugelstadt. You know that as much as I do, Comstock. It was only Atrach that could help me with my injuries.
He's about to kill a world spirit, Carla. If it hadn't been for the world spirit, we would both be dead.
She drops back into a defensive stance again. If it wasn't for Atrach now, I would be dead. Meanwhile, Galena and Frinka,
Fucking hell.
you rush forward to the collection of skulls at the front of Ekabosdir, the one that has caught your rapt attention for so long. And Dume looks to you, Galena, and I wasn't lying. All of the spirits of the ancestors are within here. If we can summon them forth, then they will clear out the village for us. It's a genius plan, he says, with like spittle forming at the corners of his mouth with excitement.
You're crazy, old man.
No. Maybe.
Oh boy.
As Galena, Dume looks to you, Galena, and
You seem to know how to do things with like dead animal bits. You can help me with a ritual.
I can give it a shot. It'll be fun either way.
okay.
I'm gonna make Comstock so disappointed.
I can just imagine the back of your head, there's this Comstock angel like, I'm going to be so disappointed, and there's this Comstock devil like, fucking do it!
As you say that, you feel the ground begin to rumble underfoot. Like your tremor sense starts to go off. And as you try to figure out where it's coming from, you notice that by the well, just over the way, a claw bursts from the ground. And what appears to be a large crystalline burrowing creature pulls itself free. And in its wake, a number of swarmers emerge. And Dume looks over and, uh-oh, he says. So
Not good.
we'll go ahead and add...
Very bad.
We'll add them to the tracker. And he looks to you, Galena, and...
Well, you can help me with a ritual or to keep them off me. Just make sure that I don't die.
he shouts. With that said, Dume begins to cast a ritual. And as he does, as he begins, so he starts kind of mumbling and chanting incredulously to himself, and he begins the ritual. The wolfkin that are with you charge forward to intercept as best they can. They will provide some cover. Frinker, what do you do?
Okay, my turn. I don't think I can see them from here, right? I want to hit them with my bow.
There's a big old bone
behind
pile. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna...
You are a rogue, remember, if you want to use that bone pile to hide behind.
Yeah, I can hide. And guess and attack. Sure, bonus action hide.
Yeah.
So I guess I do a stealth check. Against...
They're passives, which you beat the passives. So you are hidden behind the bone pile.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make a short bow attack.
Who are you shooting at? So you've got the big old beastie and then 3 swarmers around it.
Shoot a small one. I can't.
Okay.
Action, short bow.
Inventory.
Can't. Oh shit. Whoopsie. Pressed many times.
Hang on. Let me click.
No, it's it's okay. Frinker's allowed to have that many attacks.
Yeah. Okay, so Frinker, you spin around and you fire off the arrow. You roll a crit, so you get your sneak attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy moly, 26. So
Jesus.
one of the small creatures
my
is
shot.
skewered by your shot as you
You're
fire the-
welcome.
like it goes in its mouth and comes out the very tip of its tail. Okay,
Done.
okay, Galena.
Okay, cool. How much time is it going to take me if I try and help out Dime with this ritual?
So if you want to help with the ritual, fundamentally it'll be a skill check of some sort. So, you know, Arcana to mimic what he's doing, maybe a history check to read back on Wolfkin practices that you can try and replicate, etc., etc.
Cool.
Persuasion to convince the spirits to come help you.
So if I can use a bonus action or free action or whatever, I just want to give Frinker something as well.
Okay. This is an experimental elixir.
Oh, I wish I had a spare experimental elixir, but no. It's actually from my beautiful poisoner feat. It's my lovely vial of poison.
Okay.
So, I'll just pop over, be like, pop that and dip some of your arrows in that.
Okay, thanks.
So, the so you can apply it to a piece of ammunition. When a creature takes damage from the coated piece of ammunition, the creature must succeed in a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, or take 2d8 poison damage and become poisoned.
Okay.
So shoot something with that.
Go.
In the meantime, right. So I'm gonna look at what Dime's doing and apply a little bit of science to this, because this guy, like, he's doing his best. He's a decent shaman, but come on, like, it's okay. Sloppy, but we can work with this, right? I'm just gonna start, like, slightly shifting the position of candles on, like, straightening up skulls into, like, better positions for the arcane flux. Can I use Arcana to try and help him out, please?
Absolutely. No, you're doing it all wrong.
Oh, it's only a 12, though.
12, that is fine. In doing so, you manage to fundamentally, you're sort of like readjusting the feng shui of the magical flow into this, and you complete another stage of the ritual.
Sweet.
Okay, next, the burrower. The large one rears up and brings one claw.
Oh no!
One claw down, and you hear a scream as one of the defenders catches the claw in the sternum, and it erupts out like near the bottom of his spine as he just pins to the ground. And as the burrower moves on, the wolfkin stays on the leg, skewered. It then turns
like a little wolfkin kebab.
a little. I mean,
I like these things are like the aliens in Starship Troopers, right?
not far off actually. It will then.
Anton, I would like to know more.
What do you mean?
Would you like to know more? It
I
then.
don't know the reference.
Starship Troopers!
Starship Troopers reference.
I watched it ages ago.
It attacks it slashes at the other one, and the defender shouts, lets out a cry of pain as the burrower swings at it. Meanwhile, the two remaining swarmers sprint. 15. Sprint towards Dume, Eddie.
Hell no.
As they run up to him. Back to the top. Dume turns and distracted. He will.
Dume dies. He can join the ritual.
He swings out with the sharpened staff that he's got. He swings. He donks one of them.
Oh, is this where you find out he's like Chirrut from Rogue One? He's just gonna be like,
as one of the swarmers jumps at him, and cracks it across the head, and the crystalline chitin shatters under the weight of the staff. And, "Oh, I did it!" he shouts. Frinka.
Cool. Can I, from where I am, can I steady aim the crystalline swarmer without moving?
Yeah, but you'll have cover.
Okay, that's fine. So I will steady aim. Free action, dip some poison.
Sure.
Question mark.
Sure.
Okay. And short bow. Okay. There is attack. So that means I have advantage. 17.
17 is a hit. Yes.
Plus 1d6. 12 DC 14 con save. I think it's dead though.
Okay, so you manage to shoot it, and it's straight it collapses and starts thrashing as if nothing else, the poison starts coursing through its veins.
Bye bye.
And it drops dead. And Dume, "Ayou!" he shouts out. Anything else, Frinka?
You're welcome, creepy man. Done.
Galena.
Yeah. So I will bonus action. As I run past Dume, splash some glittering dust over him, which will act as a distraction, casting Sanctuary on the boy.
Very good.
He's sancted. And over here, let me see. Yes, I'll use Mind Sliver. Rather than digging in my bag for anything, I just point at the thing with my crystalline hand, and the light kind of starts to refract through it, and then flicks out towards it.
Okay.
I'll blast Mind Sliver. Get Mind Slivered.
Okay. So first time you've used your crystal.
Oh dang.
Oh, Mind Sliver is a great ability.
That's good.
Yo!
Hello rolls a 1.
That's not good
Let's
enough.
Go.
Okay, roll for damage.
I shall. 3. Haha!
3 damage. So the creature kind of squeals as you reach into its mind. You find yourself being able to. Perhaps there's a connection between you and the creature as you're able to reach into his mind and start scrambling, effectively just doing this with your fingers and scrambling around what's going on inside. And the creature thrashes slightly. Anything else, Galena?
That's me.
Okay. The burrower stabs down on the wolfkin in front of it. The wolfkin dodges to one side on his bad leg and dodges a second time. And the burrower.
Oh yes!
Nice.
Let him go.
Burrower seems
He's doing his part.
Happy. Okay, so Galena and Frinka, as you kind of keep an eye on Dume in the ritual, with a roar in the Coroloro's glade, a horse surges forward to the individual the artist formerly known as Victor, and with a bite which hits, and a claw which doesn't. So Victor question mark shouts out as he brings an arm out, and bear horse clamps down on his forearm for 5 damage. As the bear attacks Victor, Addy, what do you do?
Okay, I first off call to Horse the bear. Horse, to be my friend! And then I cast Entangle in a 20-foot cube, which will take up this space. So both must make a saving throw, strength of DC 14.
Okay, so as you drop your Entangle, Atrach makes a strength save and fails. Yakov makes a strength save and fails.
Nice.
Oh, yes!
Oh.
So the two
Devil.
of them, as these vines burst up and wrap around them.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
Everyone else is succeeding.
great. And
Lily's
then
just succeeding in a different way.
I'm going to use my 30-foot movement to start heading towards Coroloro's cocoon.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, Horse, stay with me.
Okay. The bear makes a noise as did you say that?
I'm going to have to go around, aren't I? So I don't want
yes.
to go through the terrain. That would be silly. Oh.
Okay.
And
So as you move around, Horse will move on his turn.
Yep.
Okay. As you move round and the vines kind of burst out the ground, Atrach sort of like looks at you as the vines wrap around his forearms and
You're making a grave mistake, Dryadia.
anything else?
I say, well, oh no, I've got nothing. It's gone blank.
I was actually thinking, because you pull that face, it's just, I just imagine Dryden walking past going,
Okay. In which case, on his turn, Yakov sort of like very confused about what's happening. Notices that he has heard you shout to the bear, and he sizes the bear up, and with a smile pulls an arm free of the roots, brings a rifle up at point blank range.
Yeah, shoot the bear.
With disadvantage because of the restrain.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He is a dread ambusher, so it's an extra
17 on a disadvantage.
So 8 plus. So there's a shot as Victor shoots Horse for 11 damage, and then there's a quick reload, and he makes a second attack.
Oh, come on.
20. Sorry, it's a 9.
Hey! Oh, but Norvar!
oh no! Oh no!
It stays! It's still alive!
Oh,
A
no!
19.
No!
Oh no.
Oh.
And Bear takes.
How would I never expect that would come back and bite us in the ass?
You hear Bear roar out as he takes a total of 20 damage as Jacob blasts him twice with his rifle. Atrach looks to you and
Dryadia, I strongly suggest you take another course of action.
Ali, please make me a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Dang.
As Atrach can't.
Oh!
Okay. Atrach, as you slow, and as your mind starts to be muddled by Atrach as he kind of says these words to you, and as you shake your head and your vision stops being as blurry as it was, Atrach snarls as he realizes you've broken through his spell. He rages and sort of thrashes around, tries to pull himself out of the vines, but Horse, wounded, staggers back from Victor, Yakov, and then so that's 5, 20, and then he starts to move over to you. As he goes, Yakov swings at him for It's
For
disadvantage.
God's
isn't it?
sake. Oh,
It's
no.
disadvantage. Don't worry.
Oh.
Hashtag Lorivar!
Isn't that once per turn though, Dan?
But he's a Lorivar.
No.
Isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, am I misremembering that?
So it's right. So he
Fails
bolts.
anyway.
No, that's a hit on horse for D4 plus 1. So as horse goes, Yakov smacks the bear on the back of the head with the gun butt for 4 damage with an improvised attack. As horse rushes up to meet you, Addy. Addy, what do you do?
Oh, my friend, I'm sorry. And the first thing I do is use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Horse the bear.
Okay. How much damage for?
So that's for 6.
6. Okay, he's back up to 16 hit points.
And I take her face in my hands. Please, stay out of this. And then I am going to cast
Fireball.
I wish. You said earlier that that my connection with Coroloro was saying that the reason that they are so weak is because of the poison. This mage bane, did you say mage? Yeah, mage bane that Atrach has sort of used on this world spirit.
Yes.
So I want to detect poison and disease, but specifically I want to detect the source of that poison.
Okay, yeah. So that is a concentration.
And it's on a measured template, isn't it? So
it's within 30 feet of you. So if you move up, you'd be within range to... because you're like 60 foot away from the tree, basically. So if you move up, you'd be within range to detect poison.
All right, I will do that. Oh, hang on,
Okay.
I can't. There we go. Right.
So as you move forward towards the tree, and you begin detecting for poison, you feel that there is a malignant magical sickness within the tree, seemingly centered on that cocoon, and you pretty much know that it is Coroloro. It's within the cocoon. It's not spreading out or anything. It just seems to be in one, like, situated in one spot.
Okay.
So that was your action, your bonus, and your move. Okay. On Yakov's turn, as you begin focusing on the poison, the vines wither and die as you drop your concentration on it, and Yakov smiles. And Addy, you don't notice as Yakov brings his rifle up, closes one eye, and squeezes the trigger. 23 to hit.
Dang.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You take 13 damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And Yakov, as you stumble, as you take this shot to the shoulder and stagger down, like you hear Yakov say out loud, "She's all yours, boss." And as you stagger, on his turn, Atrach moves up towards you. And you feel an intense heat erupt from behind you as he attacks you once and misses, attacks you twice and misses, and attacks a third time. 13 to hit
Yeah, that gets me.
for 18 damage.
Oh my
Huh?
gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what? That was a low roll as well. Holy shit.
As his hand,
Uh-oh.
wreathed in green flame, grabs you round the back of the neck.
Stop your childish games, Dryadia.
Just real quick, Horse lets out a roar and runs over to Atrach and goes to bite him. He hits for 8 damage, and the dragon sense kind of rocks as this bear piles into him. But as he does, Atrach turns to look, his eyes blaze green, and
Horse.
Green flames rip across Horse's body, but he manages to force through them, only taking 10 damage from the flames. Horse then continues on to claw in a frenzy, but misses as his fur becomes scorched. Addy, what do you do?
Oh boy, what am I going to do? I can't leave combat without taking an attack of opportunity, can I?
You can disengage as an action.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to disengage as an action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to make my way up to Coroloro's cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shout back to Bear, Horse the bear. Please, hang on, friend. And I'm just going to place a hand on the cocoon, and my detect poison and disease should still be active.
Yep, correct. You'll need to roll a concentration check, actually.
Okay.
Real quick for...
Concentration, is that?
Just a con save. And it
Constitution.
will be DC 10. Okay,
Ooh.
you pass.
Whoa.
You pass. So yeah, you stagger up and you can feel the presence of this magical poison much stronger. It's almost offensive how strong it radiates out towards you.
Can I pinpoint it within the cocoon, or is it just the whole cocoon?
As you get closer, you almost see it. You're almost sensing like a shape of a smallish wooden, almost like a small woodland creature, like fox size in shape.
But no, like, is that where the poison is coming from?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
It's almost like a silhouette.
Alright, as a bonus action, I cast Shillelagh on my spear.
Okay. Yakov approaches and, drawing a machete-like weapon, plunges it into Horse's back. And Horse lets out a roar as he collapses to the ground. Atrach slowly approaches you, shaking his head.
This could have gone so differently, Dryadia.
As he reaches out to you with a flaming hand. For the record, he does 26 damage to you.
Ooh.
And you drop into unconsciousness.
That I do.
Kagekna, on your turn, I'll do this for you, just to make it easy. Kagekna has to dash 100 feet away.
Oh god.
As the fear kicks in. And you still have line of sight to the creatures, so the fear is still in effect. Milia.
I can't do anything. So I have to make my wisdom save for against hold person.
Correct. Before you do,
Look how all of your friends have abandoned you, Milia. Just ask.
This was the best.
You just need to ask.
This is for the best. 19.
okay, you break free of the whole person.
Yep.
On their turn, the 3 Tamari descend upon you and make 1 claw attack. 22
Hits.
for 10 damage. One of the Tamari slashes at you with its pincer-like claw. You feel an intense burning, and there's this kind of thick, green, viscous kind of pus that's left in the wound. It then rears, it opens its maw. And rolls a crit with its soul drain.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Dan is bored of us.
Damn.
What's happened?
For it's 8, it's 20 damage because I didn't roll the crit button.
I'm down.
As the Tamari collapses on you and you feel this circular maw latch onto your back and you feel your essence drop as your charisma is drained by 2, as your world goes black. Just us.
This is for the best. I'm sorry, Comstock. I made a liar out of you.
Sad.
Comstock. You stand opposite Carla, and you notice that her face is a mess of crystallized, blue and purple crystallized flesh, punctuated by 2 glowing eyes. 2 glowing crystalline eyes. It's reminiscent of Galena's hand, and there's a slight crunching as Carla frowns at you.
You said that he saved you, but it's because of his war that we end up where we were anyway. We've literally sided with the person who has made you what you are. It wasn't the world, it was him.
It's not his war, so more than it is ours, Comstock. Hang on. It's not his war any more than it's ours, Comstock. This is the fault of gods, and the blood is shed by mortals like us.
You think I defend the gods? I hate the gods for everything they've done. I look to the thunder now, and I see lightning. I look to elsewhere. That is what saved us. Elsewhere. It stopped the war of the gods. You've turned your back on the great beast that saved us. He's about to kill one. That is what saved us, and Carla, you've gone too far.
She furrows her brow, and on 3, 3, 2, 1, tactical.
Offensive. Yep.
Okay. She tries to take a measured approach as you, with a burst of energy, you lunge at her. So you went offensive, she went tactical.
Come on. Boy!
Oh!
Do this.
Absolutely
Bobby.
eating her ass.
Bobby for the win.
So how I get 2 extra D8 on that for the crit, don't I?
You will get, so it'll be
4d8.
2d8 plus 4 plus 16.
Oh.
So if you
I'll just roll crit for 20.
The cat paw.
that is so roll another d8 plus
D8.
8.
Plus 8.
Holy shit.
31
Dang.
damage.
31. I imagine with that one. What did she do? She went tactical, right?
She went tactical.
I imagine Comstock basically sort of like lets her sword slide in, grabs it, and then just sort of slides down it, sort of scraping his armor, and just shield bashes.
Okay. You shield bash it, like, as you kind of catch a greatsword, like, under your shoulder as you slide along. What?
I don't know how this would work, but I've hit a crit, slasher. They get disadvantage on the next attack roll.
So, yeah, you trap
alive.
her weapon as you slide across, and you boom, you smash her in the face with your shield, and you hear a crack as the crystals of her cheekbone shatter under your blow, and as she staggers back, you then like knock her away, and she staggers and falls. And as she looks up to you, you notice that one of her eyes is cracked, and there appears to be like a thick black sludge dribbling out of it.
Yield. Yield now.
She looks to you and roll me an intimidation. Or a persuasion, whichever you want.
Let's go persuasion.
Okay. She looks to you with her broken crystal eyes and Dume.
Oh.
Dume.
Busy. Oh, yes, I did it. Yes. Yes. Go me. Come on, we need you
I love
now.
he's not even sure he's able to do it.
As he's just like swinging, he's like splattering. Frinky, you get a couple of splats of crystalline, like swarmer blood on your face as he's swinging that.
They want
staff.
it!
And I think we're getting there.
He shouts. Frinka, what do you do?
Can I steady aim the big boy?
You can.
Alright, steady aim. Alright. Short bow. Attack. Advantage. 17.
That is a hit.
Damage. Plus
There is an ally next to him, so you get sneak attack.
Yes. 13 points of damage, and I'll do the arrow thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
The poison arrows, yeah. So can I get a DC 14 con save? Minus 1d4 from Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Save. Okay, rolls a 16, so it does pass. So the poison like embeds and floods through its system, but it seems to be able to resist the majority of the effects. So
Galina, your poison is not working!
Never does.
What's the poison damage, and is it half damage?
Yeah, no effect on save.
Okay, fair. Okay, anything else, Rinka?
That's my turn.
Okay, Galina, the crystalline burrower is just like one of the shoulder plates is cracked as this arrow, Frinka's arrow pierces it.
Wait. All right. So I'm gonna stop for a second. Then pull out the vial that is the substance I brought that was for like slowing the spread of the crystal growth.
Yes.
And I'm gonna chuck that at this crystal thing and see if it works.
Okay.
In the form of a ray of sickness.
Okay.
Pew.
So as you lob this
13.
thing, so as you're about to release it, you realise that your shot's going to be a bit wide. Do you want to? Have you got inspiration?
I already used it, Dan. Long gone.
No. Okay. As you throw the vial, the creature notices it, brings a claw up and bats it away, and the vial is ricocheted off and dong dong lands on one of the pews nearby.
Ah, these bloody big arms.
Anything else, Galina?
Okay. Can I do any ritual stuff, or is that going to be a full action?
That'd be as an action, yeah.
Dag nabbit. All right. Any useful bonuses? Not really. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just I'm just stand behind this bench.
Okay. The burrower, sort of like has been shot, like deflects the vial away, turns to look to you, Galina. It lashes out at the defender, the Wolfkin, and like bats them away, and they crumple as they hit the ground some distance away. It then screeches and begins running towards you, clambering over the pew, and lunges out at you with another one of its claws for 15 to hit.
That is just a hit.
Okay. It does 8 damage to you as it slashes against you.
Is that all you got?
Dume, no, hello, it's getting closer. Ah. And he gets one step closer to summoning the spirits. Frinka.
Same as before, short bow with steady aim. Dang, 12, miss.
That is a miss. So you go to shoot and it scoots past it. It's difficult to get the shot as this thing starts grappling with Galena, given that she seems bigger than normal.
Yep, it's my turn.
Galena.
Alright, fine. I'll channel through my hand again, just grab it by the face and dissonant whispers it with my scary hand.
Good. You reach into its mind. It makes a DC 14 wisdom save. Passes.
Of course. Oh. God damn it!
Half damage, however.
That'll do.
If you roll the damage, I'll take half.
Wasn't really here for the damage, but yeah, 4.
-4. Okay. The creature kind of roars as you grab it round the front, but you so as it starts trying to bite at your crystalline palm. The burrower, like is biting at you, but you notice, like as it bites you and it kind of pulls away from you, you notice that its attention is raptured by what now appears to be a swirling miasma of magical energy around this bone pile as Dume approaches the completion of the ritual. It skitters round you and with 2 lunges.
Oh, it has to do a wisdom save because he's sanctuaried.
Very good. Very good.
I think it's wisdom anyway.
Yeah,
wisdom save, presumably 14 as well.
Okay. Fails a wisdom save.
Hey.
So it leaps at him and like scoots over, like goes to attack, but just can't seem to, like it's moving through water, and it stops and it screeches and instead turns its attention back to you then.
Beautiful.
It worked out well.
Love it.
So with its first attack, it rolls a 21 to hit. For
cool.
9 damage.
Sweet, let's go.
A second attack for 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, so you take a further 9 damage as it slashes at you. Dume.
Keep the ritual going, Dume.
And with a 14, there is a burst of magic from behind Dume. As
do we get a sky beam?
The magical energies. It's an anti-sky beam because it's going into the block.
Oh.
And there's a the concussive force that blows out from the skull pile. You're all knocked away and you're knocked prone. But as Dume's rocked onto his back, giggling as he hits the ground. And
I want to be like Dume when I grow up.
As you kind of sit up, like you smash through the wooden pew as you're blown away. But as you turn and look, you see that surrounding the skull pit are a number of spectral figures, with each of and where their heads would be, you can see one of the skulls floating in space.
Sick.
And Dume just starts like clapping jubilantly as the ritual is completed.
From lying on my back, I'm just like, woo!
Milia.
That's me.
Make me a death save.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Privately.
Go. Disgusting.
For DM eyes only. I think you can select that in the chat. Yeah, private GM roll. Blinds GM roll.
Thanks.
Also, not even laying it, so no, amazing.
Oh.
It played it.
I heard the sound effect.
Yep.
As you hear the voice of Rixala tempting you, you feel a surge of willpower in you as you open your eyes and you feel one of the creatures latch on your back as you just rolled a 20.
I know.
Ah, yay!
Milia, you awaken with the 3 Tamari around you on 1 hit point. What do you do? Well, I'll give you a turn.
It seems like the gods aren't ready for me yet. Shield of Faith on myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you like envelop yourself in a glowing light. As you do, it forces the Tamari that's on your back off of your back. And as you kind of push yourself up to look around, you hear,
What now? I can give you the tools to survive.
I would rather die.
the Tamari look to you, and the first one swings at you now with your spirit weapon, your Shield of Faith. It misses with its claw. 25 to hit with its Soul Drain.
God dang.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, down she goes.
You take 6 necrotic damage, and your charisma drops to 9. Comstock.
Mm-hmm.
You look to Carla as she picks herself up off the ground. You've just told her to yield, and she looks to you with this kind of black sludge trickling down her face. You then hear a boom somewhere within the village, and you turn to look, and you can see sort of like dust billowing out from near the entrance of Ekabosdir. As you kind of study the moment as quickly as you can without kind of taking your eye off of Carla for too long, you notice what appear to be spectral warriors with skulls within their heads, soaring through the village, cutting down swarmers as they encounter them. And they look remarkably like Wolfkin.
Oh, Galena.
Carla notices this as well, looks to you, takes a step back. As you say that, she doesn't respond. She simply spins on her heel and slashes upwards with her sword, and a rent is cut in the space behind her. And as this rift opens up from the sword that she wields, you see what appears to be a forest glade. Through the rift, you see Atrach. You see Victor, and what appears to be a prone Addy and horse. And Carla looks to you, and it's only just begun, Comstock.
You're right. If it's all right, Comstock wants to tackle her through the portal.
Roll me an initiative check. Roll me initiative. So basically just dex.
Yeah. 14.
Let's
go,
go!
Comstock.
Okay. As you charge at Carla, and as you drop your shoulder and catch her in the stomach, you fling both of yourselves through the rift, landing with a crunch. As Carla lays splayed out on the ground underneath you, you look up and you see that Victor has turned to look to you, and who the hell is he? You hear Victor shout out in a voice that is not Victor's.
The name's Sir Carmichael Comstock, Knight of the Hill of Hugelstadt. Atrach and Victor? I'm here to end this. Was the Stormbearers my witness? It ends today.
in which case, as you do that, let me shrink your token down. Let me move you back into. Let me move you, the two of you, into the glade.
Sorry, Milia. Sorry, Galena.
I'm fine.
I mean, yeah, there's a huge, like, swarm of evil undead creatures. Comstock knows you're okay.
Okay, so you go bundling through. Let's put you there. And you notice that you're stood in the shadow of a large tree, with what appears to be this large pulsating, what appears to be a gaping wound. Like the tree's been split. And in Atrach's hand, he holds what appears to be an unconscious fox-like creature. Next to him is a prone Addy, who's seemingly unconscious, and stood, like, laid on the ground behind Victor is Horse the bear, with multiple wounds in his back. Atrach looks to you and...
An unexpected surprise.
She taught me well.
I'll do you a deal. I'll give you back the keeper for your peace.
I have a better deal. Fuck off.
He reaches down and his flame envelops in green flame as he grabs the back of Addy's head.
Choose your next words very carefully, knight.
And you hear Carla whisper to you, he'll do anything.
I know, Carla. I'm sorry you've chosen poorly. You should know me by now. I can't let anyone suffer. He has my friend. And he has that entire town in the grip of his hand. If I don't do something now, everyone suffers. And I'm sorry that you couldn't see that. And he reaches into his belt pocket, takes something out and puts it on her chest. It's like a rolled up scroll. I don't need this to prove who I am. I know who I am. And he just, at a dead bolt, charges towards that track.
Okay. I need... mainly just Comstock.
Just need roll initiative, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sorry, the initiative racket closed on me. There we go.
Okay. As you get up and sprint towards Atrach, as a readied action, he squeezes.
Oh, fuck.
Eh?
Addy.
Yep.
Blind GM roll.
Okay.
Roll me a death save.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Christ.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Where's
Roll
death
well.
save on this thing?
The death
Again!
save.
Oh, there we go. I got it. Right,
So, blind GM roll. Okay. Comstock, as you run forward towards Atrach, what do you do?
Oh, it's just literally following proper still movement things.
Yeah.
I don't have enough movement to get to him, but I can run, but then I can't attack. What do I have that does a? Do I have anything on the dex? So if anything on the dex, I used my action surge earlier.
Can you chuck anything at him?
Do you know what? Yeah. It's a stupid thing, but Comstock, Captain America's his shield.
Okay.
Just literally from it.
Sure. Make a standard attack with your greatsword. We won't worry about like improvised or whatever.
Cool. 25.
Wait.
That's a hit. Roll for
Holy
damage.
shit!
Damage. I'm going to also, because I'm going to play this fair, I'm going to unequip my shield. There we go. Doesn't.
No, you Captain America it bounced back.
I am not Captain America though.
It hits Eddie in the face.
And I guess he's going to take his sword in two hands. Throws it off and then takes his sword in two hands. Yeah.
Right.
10 damage straight to
10 damage.
Atrach's face.
So, you throw the shield and it, the point of it carves across Atrach's cheek.
My heart is going like
As he roars, like he's rocked back and he drops Addy, who slumps to the ground. And he looks to you, and next up fundamentally Yakov waits, and then on Atrach's turn, he staggers back. His hand illuminates with draconic runes as he casts a spell, and you watch as Atrach, Yakov, Carla, and Korlaro disappear in a flash of light. And you find yourself with a prone Addy and a prone bear.
Comstock, at that point, scurries to Addy. Dryadia! Dryadia! And he manages to scoop up, got like, Dryady, come on!
As you heft up the keeper, her head feels heavy. And as her head rolls over to you, you realise her eyes are glassy and her neck is broken.
Oh, Dryadia, come on, no. You're stronger than this, you're better than this, come on!
Dryadia rolled a 3 on her death save and took 2 further failed saves when he attacked her.
Oh,
Fuck.
Dryadia is dead.
Oh no!
Great.
Comstock looks at Sky, come on! Like, she didn't deserve this, come on! All she wanted to do was see you. She wanted to feel you. She wanted to be part of this world. You'd do anything for me. Give me this.
As you shout that, and droplets of rain begin to fall down from the foliage overhead, and you look up to the tree in front of you, split open like a burst womb. We'll call it there.
fuck!
Ooh.
Fuck.
Shit. What about Horse and Bear though?
Ooh.
Not a player, not a leveled class. Doesn't get death
God, I
saves.
got fucking indigestion.
You got indigestion, I'm dead!
Okay, so that's gone great. So we have one of us who's gone evil, one of us who's dead, one of us who might be dead in about 3 seconds. All right, Galena and Comstock, let's go.
Yeah, fuck it, we're going fucking John Wick on Elsewhere. You know, Atrach is gonna rue the day. He's gonna like fear the name Comstock and Galena.
Commiserations on completing episode 14.
Fuck you!
Fuck.
Hot dang. Spicy episode.
And welcome to level 5.
It
Yay.
doesn't feel earned.
Do I level a character? How does this work?
Do you level a dead character? That's my question.
Do I level up a baddie? Is that what
Oh
happens?
shit.
Oh my god, Dan. Oh
It's alright, we'll put your skull in a
God.
pile, and then we'll have Ghost Daddy back, it'll be fine.
Oh.
I fucking applaud you, sir.
Nice one. Great game. Great game.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure
Better.
to hit the like button and
How we should
Post-
make a track pay.
post your eulogies in the comments below.
Oh my god.
We release content like this very, very regularly. So if you want to see some more, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of when we release new content.
I was going to say usually it's less depressing, but I'm not actually sure.
And with that said, thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for playing. I'll see you next time.
Yes, you fucking will. I'm coming back, and I'm
What's gonna happen?
Oh.
I see.
Bye 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 bye.
Bye, everyone.
No comment. I'm dead.